small talk is cool, bro. What y'all don't realize is I feel like maybe COVID messed up a lot of y'all, especially people who in high school who, took that whole year off from school and did it digital. But I feel like COVID did mess up a lot of people in terms of social skills. So a lot of people don't even know how to start conversations no more. You know what I'm saying? It's just awkward as hell for no reason. So you have like a lot of y'all forget how to start conversations, and it's as simple as literally just doing small talk, bro. You can literally just small talk. You can do simple things like, you can just be like, what you like to do. Have your go-tos. You can have a few go-tos if you ever, you know what I'm saying, if you're not really sure how to start something up. Like, let's say she kind of got her guard up or something. Like, she playing hard to get her, but she's still on the link with you. But you there, so you know what I'm saying? You could be like, yeah, what you like to do? Or you could be something simple like, or how long you lived here? You lived here your whole life or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It don't got to be nothing crazy. Like, y'all always thinking that every single thing that you say to a girl got to be smooth and clever and creative and all that. No, bro. Y'all don't realize that you just having a conversation with a female. But what's important is building tension. You know what I'm saying? And I'll get more into that later. But building tension is what makes things sound smooth. You know what I'm saying? It makes you seem like you got game. It's all about external factors, about holding a conversation. But main thing is, and basically holding conversation. If you can't hold or start a conversation, you know what I'm saying? Start at the layup line. You know what I'm saying? You can go, if you really can't like conversate, if you just messed up like that, because there's a lot of dudes who can't even, they be freezing up. Shoot, I'm not gonna lie, after COVID, I came out back in like 8th grade or something, you know what I'm saying? I was struggling talking to females, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a whole year without talking to any girl, you know what I'm saying? So I'd be freezing up, going around girl, I wouldn't even know what to say. So, you know what I'm saying? If y'all like that, start at the layup line if you need to. If you need to start with some easy to get or easy to conversate, or people who are lower interest to you, they gonna have, or people who just have higher interest in you because they might not look the best, do what you gotta do. But if you are a good looking dude, I would recommend starting, like you can start above, because you're gonna feel those fails a lot more. That's my philosophy on that. But start at the layup line if you're not that good of a looking dude. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so you just want to get comfortable with talking, and you know what I'm saying? Small talk. And then you're going to start to develop go-tos and things like that. Or you're going to start to develop, simple questions. And it's really not that hard. You talk to two girls, and then you're going to be fairly comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Or y'all should be. But yeah, man. So, but the small talk, right? You don't just keep asking questions. It's not an interrogation. You don't keep being like, oh yeah, how long you live here? Oh yeah, this and that. Or you don't just keep asking questions. What you do is you go deeper into it. So let's say, for example, right? Like I was saying earlier, I say, what you like to do? And then she's like, oh yeah, I play tennis or something. It'd be like, you build off of that. You don't just go ask to another question. Like a lot of y'all just be skipping to another question like it's an interview. Nah, you just be like, oh, tennis, I'll work you in tennis. I used to play tennis. Or be like, I used to play tennis with my homeboys. We could 1v1 that, or something like that. You're gonna build off of it, or you could, and it can be anything. If she's like, oh yeah, I like to skateboard. You know what I'm saying? Be like, oh, for real? Like, I ain't never tried that. You're going to have to teach me something like that. It's not that hard to just go into depth on those things. And that's how you get into the conversation. But this is just the basics for all those that step one, bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? But this the basics. If you really can't hold a conversation, this is all you want to do. It's just simple stuff like that. And then you just you go deeper into it. Because I know a lot of y'all, maybe not there yet. But yeah, then once you got your easy go-tos and all that, you don't got to do too much trying to be smooth. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you trying to be smooth, you don't got to overly, you don't gotta overly try to be thinking all the time like, let me think of something smooth to say. Nah, bro, just look, all you want to do, right, is you want to relax. Just keep yourself relaxed, you know what I'm saying? And you just talking, right? But once you hear something that you think you can build off of in a certain type of way, then you build off of that. Like, for example, right? One time I was talking to a girl, right? And then, like, one time I was talking to a girl and I saw she had tats, and I was like, oh yeah, how many tats you got, right? So that, started with a question. You can start it with a question. I was like, how many tats you got? And then she was like, oh yeah, I got this one, this one, this one. And I was like, oh, you need to get one on your neck so I can kiss up on that, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? See stuff that you can build off of. Like, it's not that hard. Like, y'all overthink stuff. Just be clever with it. And girls like things that make them feel a type of way, that make them, you don't got to be overly lustful. That's not what being smooth is, but like, you know what I'm saying? So you don't got to be like that, but just saying little slick things. And it's all about how you say it too. That's why I said tension. All right. So what we're going to get into is tension. But before any of that, before I tell y'all how the tension works, because tension is a big part in game. You know what I'm saying? One dude could say things. You could say something to a girl, and then I could say the exact same thing to a girl, and she gonna like how I say it and don't like how you say it, because it's all about building certain factors around it. You know what I'm saying? If you already a good looking dude, that already gives you an advantage in tension, because girls, it's natural. You know what I'm saying? It's the same way you feel nervous around a girl, the same way they feel nervous around a good looking dude. So if you're a good looking dude, or she's highly interested in you, that's already building tension. So, yeah, but before I get into that, y'all gotta do what matches you. You gotta do what matches you. Don't try to copy other dudes' playbooks. Don't try to do all this other stuff. Don't look at Duke Dennis and all how they do it. No, do what matches you. All right. So what I want y'all to do is, you could just look at yourself in the mirror and be like, how do I see myself? What do I like out of, what do I like out of people? And then once you see what you like out of people, or like what characteristics you like, develop yourself a little bit, right? And this is just building your personality. So once you build, once you got once you know yourself, right? Assuming you don't already know yourself well enough, then do what matches you. Do what matches your kind of characteristic. If you like, you know what I'm saying? Let's say, all right, so let's say you don't really know how to build yourself yet. You could watch some people. You could watch people like Duke Dennis. You could watch people like, what's that one dude? Starts with a Taekwondo. You could watch him. Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And you watch these people and you like, okay, I kind of like how we did that. But you should never agree with, or you should never fully just want to copy somebody, because then you're not going to be yourself. It's going to be fake. You know what I'm saying? But do stuff that you kind of resonates and sits right with you, and then build on top of that in your kind of personality when you talking to girls, and then do things that kind of match that characteristic. So for example, you like how Duke Dennis kind of, he's chill, he can be like, I was just reacting to a video, you know what I'm saying? I was saying like how he really don't even be like looking at girls like that crazy, you know what I'm saying? He's not trying too hard. If you like how he's lax, then take that and put it in your bag. And then you take something else and put it in your bag from somebody else. So do things that match you. Like, so your game is going to feel natural. You know what I'm saying? So whatever feels natural to you is what you should be saying. If you don't like something, if you like it's lame, or if you think something's lame, but it works for somebody else, don't do it. Just do what feels right with you and what you think is hard. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know yet, just try. Just try a bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And then you're going to see what you like and see what works for you. Because at the end of the day, everybody looks different. So you're not going to have, you know what I'm saying, me making a girl nervous, or me having good game to a girl. I could say, for example, what certain YouTubers be saying to girls. Or I could say let's say I try to talk like Future. You know what I'm saying? Girls might not mess with that, because I'm not Future at the end of the day. I don't look like Future. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, do what matches you. And then into the tension point. This is really this is the bread and butter of this video, man. This is what builds it. And you need this from step one. This is what builds the real game. So tension, when you create it, you got to create sexual tension with them. Whichever way that is, you know what I'm saying? So one, eye contact, that's a given. Eye contact, you need to have good eye contact 24/7. Two, you don't want to be overly cheesy. You don't want to be smiling ear to ear, or every single joke she say, you smiling ear to ear. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's cool if sometimes she say a joke and it was a little corny and you just like, and you kind of laugh and play it off and you just like kind of shake your head instead of just cheesing automatically and laughing at it. Because a lot of y'all just be yes man to everything that she say and just, you know, stuff like that. Me, I smile a lot. I'm not saying don't stop smiling, right? But around women, you doing all that ear to ear smiling all the time, it doesn't build tension. They can't take you serious. You know what I'm saying? I used to not get taken serious. You know what I'm saying? Because I smile a lot. And then I just had to learn that, okay, it's cool if you smile. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love my smile. So I don't got no problem with smiling. But smiling around women all the time, overly doing it, it just looks like you nervous. You know what I'm saying? And it's not building that tension. So you want eye contact. You don't gotta be all stone faced and stuff, but just be natural. You know what I'm saying? Don't try not to be too nervous or make your face look too scrunched up or nervous or whatever the situation is, right? And then also, right, if you talking to her, try to you know, kind of touch her a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Touch on her hands. Be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to break the touch barrier at some point. The touch barrier is definitely real. You know what I'm saying? It kind of gets them equated to kind of touching you. It breaks them down a little bit psychologically. So even if it's their hands, be like, oh, what made you get this nail color while you holding their hands or something, and you kind of looking at it or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna give y'all. I keep giving y'all playbooks, and I'm telling y'all I don't like giving y'all playbooks because you should have your own stuff. But yeah, simple stuff like that. You know, just touch her a little bit, like, you know what I'm saying. But don't make it no corny, or don't make it seem forced. You know what I'm saying? If something comes up, then that's when you would want to, you know, do something like that. Or if you see her nails done, you could do that. If you see like a tat, you could like point at it or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't make it, just don't force it. The whole thing is not to force stuff, not to force things that people have told you. That's why playbooks don't work, because it just makes you more nervous, because you just going to be like, all right, you're going to be waiting for the perfect time to say it, and not every conversation goes the same way. So a lot of the times, you're not going to get a chance to use that playbook unless you go into very deep depth of setting it up. And then even when you do go into deep depth of setting it up, you're just going to be nervous saying it, because you trying to remember it all in a pressure situation for those of you who aren't really used to being around girls like that. So that's one thing. And then, yeah, so you know what I'm saying? Eye contact's a given. Hey, if y'all, let's say 30 minutes gone by or something, you know, if y'all a little deeper in and she's kind of rocking with you, you see, go off of energy too. That's one thing I got to tell y'all. Tension, go off of her energy and react accordingly. You know what I'm saying? And don't be scared to do nothing. Don't be pussyfooting. Because if you play scared and all of that, then that's when they not gonna rock with you, or that's when it's gonna seem corny. If you just go full into something, it could be the corniest thing. It could be corny as hell. You know what I'm saying? Well, it depends. You know what I'm saying? But you can say something corny and get away with it if you just say it boldly. And you know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna say something, do it at 100%. If you're gonna make a mistake, do it at 100%. For those of y'all who play sports, y'all know what I'm talking about. Same thing in this. So if you're gonna say something corny, just do it at 100%. Or because every girl is gonna have a different perception to what's smooth and what's not smooth. So you could say something smooth to one girl that she's like, oh my God, that was a nice line or whatever it is, and they say the same thing to the next girl and she shuts it down. She's like, and she thinks it's corny. But the point is that tension. The tension is what makes everything just seem magical in her ears. You know what I'm saying? It's what makes, you know, it still builds tension. When you laugh it off and be like, nah, I'm just kidding, all that, bro, you're done. You might as well wrap it up, bro, because that's just lower. Like, it's like an ick almost. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's one thing. If y'all get deeper in the conversation, then and her energy showing it, and she's really rocking with you, grab on her thighs if you need to. You know what I'm saying? Build that tension, and then once you start grabbing on her thighs, you know what I'm saying? It's not that hard from there to just be like, damn, you got me kind of turned. Like, come on. And then you walk to the back seat or something, or you walk to the bedroom or whatever it is, wherever you at. You walk to a better place, or you be like, or maybe you just grab her face, you going for, or you grab her chin, going for a kiss, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to remember none of this though. Like, I'm telling y'all, this is just examples so y'all get what I'm talking about. But this isn't a playbook or none of that. It's not a playbook. So, you know what I'm saying? It's little things like that. If she's matching your energy, if y'all having a good time, then don't be scared to, like, you know, put a hand on her thigh or something. You know what I'm saying? And then once you grabbing on her thigh a little bit, it's not that hard to dictate it from there, because she already, if she let your hand on her thigh, oh yeah, it's raps, because that turns them on like crazy. You know what I'm saying? You grabbing on their inner thigh, all that, yeah, that's sauce right there. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then yeah, just be bold about it too. Don't be like you trying to go, or you trying to go. I mean, you could. It depends on how you say it though. You can't say it weak. You know what I'm saying? You can't say it iffy. Like, just be bold when you saying something. Like, be like, you trying to go to the back seat, or you trying to go to the room, or something like that. Don't be like oh, you think we could go to the room by any chance? You know what I'm saying? All that nerd crap, bro. You know, get all that. That's not building tension. You know what I'm saying? You want to keep that tension. So, yeah, man, this gonna wrap it up for the video though. I appreciate y'all watching. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that. And yeah, we out.